Chris left right there.
So you're last. Sorry. Hello.
Hi, guys.
All right. Morning, everybody. Thank you for coming. Obviously, we're here today to celebrate the great career of Chris Wondolowski with the Earthquakes in Major League Soccer. We also had a busy week this week. We announced our general manager, Chris Leach, yesterday, who's joining us here today to be part of this. But before we get fully started, I want to go through some of Chris's accomplishments, which I think you have in front of you, but just to highlight some of the key ones and a couple of ones that I cherry-picked that aren't on the list here for you guys extra. But obviously, he's the all-time leader in goals scored in MLS, 171 goals. He's 25 goals ahead of 26 goals ahead of the next closest person. 173 goals combined between playoffs and regular season. All-time leader in game-winning goals at 46. 10 straight seasons with 10 goals or more. The only person to ever do that. MVP in 2012. Golden Boot winner in 2010 and 2012. 2011, I would say he should have won the Golden Boot. He tied with Dwayne De Rosario, who had 7 PK goals that year. I think Chris only had
Should have passed more, I guess.
What's that?
Should have passed more. Get the assist. That was the tiebreaker. I needed him. Yeah, exactly.
Also a 5-time MLS All-Star. And obviously played in the 2014 World Cup. Won the Gold Cup in 2013 and was a Golden Boot winner of the Gold Cup also. A couple of stats I thought were interesting that aren't on this list. In his whole career, he only missed 3 games due to injury throughout the entire career. 2 in 2009 and 1 in 2011. He broke his foot in 2011, missed 1 game and played the rest of the season with a broken foot, a special insert in his shoe. I thought that was a good note. Additionally, in 2015, he twice played for the national team on a Saturday night and flew straight back and played for the Earthquakes the next day. Once with a calf injury, and came straight into the team. So I guess I'm saying he's an Iron Man in MLS and really impressive stats there. So I'm going to turn it over to Chris Leach, our general manager, who's here today to talk about Chris Wondolowski's accomplishments in his career. Tomorrow we'll have availability for Chris Leach to talk about his new role as the Earthquakes general manager and can answer any questions about that. But I'll pass it over to Chris Leach now.
Yep. Thanks, Chad.
Yeah.
Oh. Gotta pick it up. Sorry. Is that good? Thanks, Jed. Thanks for everyone for being here. As Jed said, we're here to celebrate Chris Wondolowski's amazing 17-year career in Major League Soccer. 14 of those years as a member of the San Jose Earthquakes. I've been lucky to play against Chris. Well, unlucky to play against Chris. Lucky to play with and alongside Chris. And also to be able to watch him from afar as he grew into a promising young player with a nose for the goal into the greatest goal scorer of Major League Soccer history.
Coached.
I did do that, yeah.
Coached.
Yeah. It was a pleasure to see his career unfold and to see the dedication he had in improving not only his game but all of his teammates around him. He's legendary for being the last guy off the training field. He never missed a training session. As Jed just said, he rarely missed a game. And that was exemplified by Saturday's training session as well, his last training session. He's literally the last one on the field after the training session, heading into his last game of his career. If that doesn't tell you about Chris Wondolowski, I don't know what will. Not only was he a great goal scorer, but he never stopped working. He would score goals at one end and then routinely be there defending, whether it's a set piece or putting his defensive efforts in on the other side of the field. He always won fitness tests, even this year in his 17th season, which is a testament to his continued dedication. So, Chris, thank you for everything that you've given this club on the field. You had an incredible run, and we're very lucky to be along for that ride. Although his playing career with the Quakes is over, we're proud to say that Chris will still be a part of the club going forward. He's accepted a role as the special assistant to the general manager. In this role, he will work in a number of different areas, including spending time working with the academy players and our young pros on our first team, advising me in a number of different areas as well, as we've discussed here the last couple of days. and he'll obviously spend some time in the community, engagement sector as well. He has, as I say, 17 years of experience, so we're going to learn from that knowledge, and really happy that he's going to continue with this organization and continue to make a positive impact with our club. So thanks again, Chris, for everything you've done in your career. Look forward to continuing to work with you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. First of all, congrats to Chris for getting the general manager job. Well deserved, and I think that it's one of the many reasons why we're heading the right direction with this organization, and proud to be a part of it. Proud to have it in my blood, and thank you to Jared and Jed and Chris and everyone to give me this opportunity to still be involved and still be a part of this club and organization, because it's a huge part of me, and I looking forward to helping in any way possible. Learning from Chris, who I think is one of the biggest and upcoming, in his job, and I think we were lucky to get him. And even just in our search, I think that we had some great candidates, but it was something that we need. And I'm looking forward to what the future holds, especially with this club. I love the decisions and the idea of where the future is going, and that's something that is what excites me and why I still want to be a part of this club. And it's a part of me, and so thank you for this opportunity, and really looking forward to it. And again, too many people to thank, but thank you from the start. I'm going to date back Jed, in 2005, and he was with Jake, and being able to, was where Jake was, and doing media relations and scooping ice creams at Root Beer Float into A's games. And, it's awesome to see how you've risen, how this club is taken, and I'm excited to follow in these footsteps. And so thank you guys, and I appreciate it.
All right, so if you have a question, just raise your hand and I'll call on you. Gary Singh, go ahead.
What's your earliest memory of attending an Earthquakes game or a Clash game?
Oh, that's a good one. One of my earliest ones was a Clash game, and they played the Colorado Rapids. And after, I remember waiting at Spartan Stadium, and Troy Dyack came, and he signed my hat, and it was a baseball, like my baseball all-star hat, but I still wore it every day. I needed Troy Dyack. He signed it for me, and that one just always sticks out. Him coming over and taking the time to do that, and that's something that always was, so impressionable to me, that I always wanted to try to give back as well. And if I could affect one fan as well, that the impact that it had on me, I think I did my job, and that was something that I always remember.
Carla? The later Robert?
These aren't quite ready yet.
Okay. Robert Jonas.
Thank you. And Chris, thank you very much. Throughout the years, you've always been very open with the media. You've made your time available, countless times, even after those long training sessions, you're still willing to sit down and talk with us. I want to talk about Saturday or Sunday and. Sorry, I'm going back. There's going to be a bet going on.
No, yeah. Lights out. No, sorry. That's next.
I arrived early because I was watching you all pregame, the interactions you were having with your family, with your teammates. But there was never that official announcement really until obviously the end of the game. When did you definitively know, yes, I'm going to retire, I'm going to make that announcement? And how did that sort of emotionally affect you from that moment moving forward, especially throughout the rest of the day?
Good one. I mean, it's still emotionally, getting wrapped around it, and I think it's really going to hit me when preseason starts and guys go back. Like right now, it's the end of the season. It's always sad when the season ends, and you have your melancholy, and you always feel that, and I think I feel that right now. But when guys go back to preseason, I think that's when it's really going to sink in. It was a bit of a fast movie. Like, I always knew the retirement was there. It always was that elephant in the room. It was something that was on my mind, even throughout last year or two. And so always wondered, trying to make sure I can fit in and make sure I can help the team in any way possible. And I think it was just kind of come to that realization that it's kind of ran its course. Like, this is a great time, clean cut. I think that I gave everything I could, and and I think that was it. I think it's time to have this opportunity to move on. I was very lucky, and I talked to Chris before the Salt Lake game, and even then it was still wasn't necessarily. I was leaning there. I was, he was trying to push me back a little bit the other way, which I still appreciate and love him for that. But it probably about 3 or 4 days before, and then the day of the game, I was a mess. Like 2 hours before, walking in the locker room, the warm-ups, I was a complete mess. Whistle blew. It was awesome. It just back to normal. The goal was cherry on top. That definitely just kind of relaxed me then, and then I just got to enjoy the game. Definitely wish we got a win, but again, I couldn't have written it better. It's something that very grateful again to have my family there. It was pretty cool. Had almost like 100 people, 100 tickets I got to give to everyone, and so yeah, like I said, I had Chico, high school, De La Salle, Mustang, and it was fun.
Chris, first of all, congratulations again on a wonderful career.
Thank you.
You're one of the few athletes that actually gets to go out when they want to. Most athletes, their body tells them when it's time to go, right? So looking back on all your accomplishments, do you have any regrets?
No, and that's one thing. I mean, I love everything that came about. There were no regrets. People always wondered if I could, like go to Europe, and you always wonder what ifs, but I'm grateful for the opportunities. I saw what happened. I see where, some of the people who were in the same boat, and they made that decision, but I got to play for my hometown. I got to raise my kids here. No regrets at all, and I love that.
What did it mean to you to be able to have this last season with the fans actually in general?
Yeah, I think that definitely played a huge role, especially last year coming back. Even though last year I felt very good physically, and especially where the team is, and so that was kind of a no-brainer, I guess, coming back. And this year, though, having the fans and being able to experience it with them, being able to celebrate it with them, that made it special, and that made it, kind of gave me some closure as well. This is a great ending for it.
So, congrats on the new job titles. To Chris there.
Thank you.
I'm sure you've had a chance to start thinking about that as well, and as someone who's got such a unique perspective on this club for as long as it has, now that you're stepping to the side, you're going to be a fan of the team, a fan of the players on the field. What are some of the ways that you hope that you can contribute, say, directly to the team's success? You have such an amazing kind of background and experience in how you grew to the level you are today. How much do you see yourself stepping in and trying to help players, young, veteran, you name it?
Yeah, absolutely. That's something that I really want to help with, and kind of be that bridge, that middleman between the locker room and front office, and being able to, understand where they're coming from and where the locker room's heart or mind is at a given time. And I think that's something that I have really found interest in, and something that I think that I can be valuable as I was identifying and also helping, especially the young individuals, especially on the first team or even academy. But, you look at Cade, and I think he is amazing on an amazing path, and I can't wait to continue to work with him and other things. But we have a lot of great young individuals, and, that haven't quite gotten the same, minutes as Cade. And so we have even Benji Konovich, but Gilbert and Jacob and Casey Wallace, who just got called into the U20s. And so sometimes you forget that these young guys are still on the right path, and Casey and Cade sometimes overshadow some of them because he's an absolute phenom. He's phenomenal and unbelievable and is rightfully getting the praise. But there's many others that I hope to help continue to work with, whether it's video, and there's so many great tools that you're able to utilize, and every game you get your touches. And so you have 25 touches in a game and you have the video of it, and something I want to work with is not diagnosing or being able to distinguish, oh, you messed up on this pass. Oh, this guy's open. What I want to talk about with them is, look, if you the way you opened up and drew this defender, it opens up space. This guy now is able to make a run, or it opens up a passing angle just by you moving this way. And so these are some of the things that I would love to continue to work with. And it's so difficult for a first team and especially a staff, because you have to concentrate on your first 11, and because you need to win. You need the results on the weekend, and especially when it's coming in day out, and especially this year where it was Saturday, Wednesday so many times, playing multiple games a week. It's hard. Sometimes those guys get left in the cracks a little bit, and get overlooked. And so that's something that I really want to help be able to foster a great culture in that locker room, and something that be able to have a honest dialogue throughout, and them to be open and same as well. But that's one of the many kind of different hats I'm looking forward to wear.
Chris, what do you think you're going to miss the most about being a Major League Soccer player?
Oh, again, it sounds so cliche and so dumb, but like practices, going into the locker room, that the banter, the jokes. Now I just get a joke with this guy. So, I still love it, but it's those are the things that I definitely going to miss. Scoring's good. I like that. That was all right. I like that. That's always fun. And
I'm going to go, Jake, I think you have a question from the online group.
Yeah, this question comes from Charlie Bohm, who's with us virtually. Did you seriously consider going another year? Because from the outside, it seems that your skill set is still working and could continue to be effective.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I did. I think that I would be lying if I didn't say I looked at every possibility to try to continue to play. I still have that love and passion. But even this year, I felt amazing. I don't think I missed much any time, but each day it started to wear. And again, it's not, oh, I'm just sore my hamstrings. It's a weird thing. It's like my toes now, my feet, my ankles. Those are getting so sore, and getting out of bed. That was the thing, and I could still do it, but I think they're going to be going to 3 subs next year. There's just so many other things that I think that this was the right time, and again, I think that the way it's all working out, no regrets, and so that was kind of the thoughts.
Vern, I'll ask you this on camera, so I'll just give it to you to hold down. First of all, it's a shock to see you in regular street clothes. I've never seen you in uniform.
I was joking. I actually told Chris, I was like, I have to go clothes shopping. I had to drag this out. This is deep in the closet. I'm used to shorts and a t-shirt. This is big time dress up. Jeans and a button down for me.
Well, here's one for you. Within days, you, Carly Lloyd, Buster Posey, all giving it up while you still got some game. It may be a while before you can really, really answer this, but how hard do you think it's going to be to just let go?
Oh, I don't think I can or will. It's part of me, and I think that's also what makes a sporting fan part of it, is that everyone on their couch is, oh, I can do that, and I'm going to be that guy. I'm going to be 70 years old. Be like, oh, I should have scored that. I could be out there right now. I could, I could be right around. I'd be just give me a cross, and that's all I need. And so it's one of those you always believe you can. And especially when I'm telling my daughters and and my kids. My stories will always be much greater, and I think I can do so much better. But I did enjoy it, and so I think it will be always tough to let go. And even that competitiveness, I go to my daughter's games, and it just takes everything I can not to be screaming and not to be, I'm so nervous. I'm more nervous there on the sidelines in a 1-to-1, battle for, it's just more nerve-wracking there than sometimes out there on the field, where I feel I have control over that, not over there. So hard to let it go.
Chris, do you have a favorite moment? I hate to put you on the spot here, but favorite moment of your career?
Ooh, favorite moment. I'm going to go, just kind of embodies a lot of things, is 2010 goal against the New York Red Bulls in the playoffs in New York. we were over in the East, the bottom seed, but we knock out the top seed. Hey guys, Thierry Henry, Limper, like big names over there that were able to knock off, and then to score that goal. Lexi Lawless, thought it was just going to be a flash in the pan, at halftime, and so that was one of those things I would just kind of solidify, or in my mind, just all right, I can do it at this stage, and because that was kind of the breakout year, and you always wonder, question, and that's something that always will stick with me, and that's what I think embodies so much.
If I'm not wrong, you were playing right midfield in that game?
Yes, I was right midfield, and so we had a pretty interesting. We had like Scott Seeley playing center midfield. It was. Eduardo got.
I just want to make sure that you can score from any position.
Thanks. Yeah, Jason Hernandez and I have a funny.
171 goals, by far the record in MLS, and potentially a record that may last a long, long time, given the way this league has grown, and good players tend to move around and sometimes move on. What does that record mean to you? And I know you've also got the 10 straight seasons, 10 straight goals, which I was going to also compare or ask how those two records compare. Do you see that record ever being challenged the way MLS is going?
I do. I think that it's MLS is still a young league and it's growing, and the talent that they're getting over here, and I think that it's going to be eventually, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's Joseph Martinez, someone of that caliber. And so you mentioned what it means to me. It means a lot because for me, just selfishly, I get to be mentioned with Landon Donovan, or if Joseph. I feel bad for Joseph Martinez because if he does pass me, he's passing Chris Wondolowski. It's like, it sucks for him, but it's cool for me that I get him passing me. It's one of those where just to be mentioned with some of those names, it's pretty cool, and that's why it means. I think the 10 plus and 10 seasons though means a little bit more, just because I think. 10. I remember thinking if I had 10 seasons together just to play, it would be the world, let alone 10 goals. And so that one meant, yeah.
All right. Any more questions?
Yeah.
Wanda, you're always very thankful after games with your teammates and coaches. Who do you want to thank today?
Oh, so yeah, exactly. It all starts with teammates. I wouldn't have had these 171 goals. I'm not a guy like Chofis who could, dribble guys from half, off the kickoff and take on the team. That's not me. I need the guys to cross the ball. I need the team play. I need the movement. Even the last goal, what a great, Cade feeds Marcos through and cuts it back. And then the unselfish play by Jabo to leave it. He could easily stepped in, tried taking the shot. Also the agility to move out of the way. If that was me, that probably would just gotten right off the backside of me. And so I appreciate his agility to get out of the way as well. But many of the teammates, I'd be remiss if I didn't thank Dom Kinnear for drafting me. That definitely learned a lot from him. Then Frank Yallop and John Doyle bringing trade in for me to come back to my hometown and play for the Earthquakes again. So thankful for them. Matthias for today, still giving me the opportunity, and now and then especially Chris, Jed, Jared, pay everyone here in this organization, because they've been here for me from the start. We've get to yell at Jed in the parking lots, and it's wasn't just a one-time occasion as well. And so it's one of these things where it's family. It's brothers. It's family that we get to express how we feel. And I've always worn my emotions on my sleeve, and it's grateful that I get to experience it here, and wouldn't have it any other place. Again, this is home, and it's get to have friends and family here. But I'm very thankful for the coaching staff and the organization, all the coaching staff, and especially the assistant coaches, I need to give a lot of thanks for, because they're the ones who spent probably the most time with and probably need some hip replacement or knee replacements. Like Ian Russell's probably served so many balls, Steve Ralston, John Spencer, just the amount of time they've worked with me through the years, wouldn't have been able to do without them. Turco, Omar, the amount of work he does behind the scenes, it's unreal. And those are the people in this organization that keep it running. And that's also what makes this organization special. It's a lot of those people, and they're the ones that are usually the most humble and work the hardest. And so don't get the credit. And I'm missing many of the names right now of who should get the credit, and apologize, but yeah, thank you.
One more question.
How would you like to be remembered? Kind of people think that.
You know, I want to be remembered as a good teammate, first and foremost, and then a competitor, someone who played the game the right way every day, brought it, and yeah, be remembered like that.
Great. Well, Chris will be available for some one-on-one interviews afterwards if needed or requested. Also tomorrow, we will be making Chris Leach available to talk about the general manager role in a bit more detail and go forward. And we'll take a couple pictures here at the end of the ball from Sunday for goal number 171.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, in our possession.
That's pretty sweet.
Move this stuff.
Take a picture. You gotta be in the picture. I'm in the picture. Solo
Don't get the cord on.
Slides that way.
Are we looking everybody good?
Do like this.
Should we do one use soccer picture? All right.
Ball.
Look awkward
I got that look. That's it. Right? Exactly. Hold this. Down to one picture.
Everyone got it? Yes. All right. Thank you guys very much. Oh, you can do it outside.
Tricks, right?